On January 3rd, 2014, Mary Ann, of age 16, was abducted as she was walking home from school. Before authorities were able to find her, she was molested and raped. Along with being mortally scared and terrified of the memories, she also had to accept the fact that she was pregnant. Due to unfortunate situations like these occurring, a woman should have the right to do whatever she chooses to do with her body and have that choice, and that is why I'm pro-choice for abortion. I doubt that many of you, or any of you at all, even think about the idea of abortion. As like all of you in this room, I did not think much about the issue either until I came in contact with personal horrendous stories regarding the conceptions of babies and misfortunes in pregnancies. I understand you may not fully agree with my opinion or point of view, but I encourage you to listen along and attempt to understand some key concepts that I will bring to your attention. With being a female and a future in pediatrics, I have a passion for this area of subject. I have done extensive research on the subject of abortion and the choice of being pro-choice. Today we will look at 3 main reasons why abortion is legalized and pro-choice is an option of people. With every female deserving the right to their own body, unplanned pregnancies, and life-threatening health situations, a woman should have the choice to abort and do as she chooses for the betterment of herself and the baby. Let's begin by talking about the rights of a woman's body. It's a simple fact. A woman should have full legal rights to her own body and have the ability to make the decisions best for her health and wellness. The Roe v. Wade court decision legalized abortion as a fundamental right in 1973 for the United States of America. According to Alamogordo Daily News, Roe v. Wade is a landmark decision in 1973 by the U.S. Supreme Court on the issue of abortion, in which the court ruled 7-2 that a right to privacy under the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment extended to a woman's decision to have an abortion. The government should not be responsible to make the decision of abortion for women. A woman should be treated as an adult and have the right to make her own choice regarding abortion. Some ideas that support the main idea of a woman's right to her own body are timing issues and health conditions affecting the health of the mother and the baby. Regardless if the timing situation revolves around financial status or life circumstances, timing is an important and effective part of bringing a child into this world. It is common in pregnancies for complications to occur either with the baby or with the mom. In situations like this, when it is a matter of life or death, a woman deserves the right to make the decisions that will affect her, her body, and her baby. Now that we have talked about the rights of the body regarding Roe v. Wade and the issues of pregnancy, let's talk more into detail about the causes and effects of unplanned pregnancies. Like Mary Ann's story, many unplanned pregnancies occur throughout the world. According to the Salt Lake Tribune, researchers estimate anywhere from 57% to 67% of pregnancies are unintended. Contraceptive failure and misuse of contraceptives may lead to the conception of a child. In situations like this, it may be bad timing, whether it is financial issues, school or work-related issues, or insurance difficulties. If a child cannot be supported due to any of these aspects, the choice of abortion may be the best choice for both the fetus and the mother. If a child is unwanted, it is not a good decision to bring them into this world. How a child is raised is essential in the health and the wellness of the child. Rape is another example of unplanned pregnancies. Although the amount of pregnancies occurring from rape is much lower than the total pregnancies in the United States, it is still important and shouldn't be looked over. According to the Mem Post by Susan Perry, 5% of rape victims of reproductive age 12 to 45 become pregnant, a percentage that results in about 32,000 pregnancies in the U.S. each year. Mem Post also states that a national survey recorded about 19,500 U.S. abortions to end pregnancy occurring from rape or incest. Put yourself in the shoes of someone that is going through this or that has had to experience and go through this. Imagine yourself as a female and being raped by anyone, whether that is a random stranger or incest. Would you want the right to choose what to do with that baby, or would you rather not have the right to choose? As I brought to your attention the unplanned pregnancies entitling a pro-choice decision in abortion, now let's talk about health issues associated with pregnancies. If a mother or a child is at risk for life-threatening health conditions, the mother should have the right to continue with the pregnancy or to abort. The health of the mother is essential in the wellness of that baby. And if conditions occur where the life of the mom would be affected, the mom could and should be able to keep that child or choose to abort. As well as the mother being affected, the baby can also be affected. During stages of pregnancies, the baby can develop diseases or abnormalities that affect the health of the baby. Some of these abnormalities include heart defects and brain abnormalities. Ectopic pregnancy is a life-threatening condition for the mother. In this type of pregnancy, the fertilized egg does not implant in the womb. Implantation occurs in a fallopian tube, requiring early termination. The fertilized egg has no chance of survival. Dr. Vandana Narula states in the article Ectopic Pregnancy in the InfoTrack newsstand that it is true that an ectopic pregnancy can never be saved. In 1 to 2 weeks, the pregnancy has to be terminated because the fallopian tube can get ruptured. Regardless if it's the mother or the baby that may suffer a life-threatening issue, it is a serious issue. Having the choice to continue with the pregnancy that can involve life and death with the baby or the mom is the choice of the carrier of the baby. If a baby were going to be born with abnormalities or possible death after birth, would you want to bring that baby into the world as it would have no sense of life? In conclusion, abortion is a pro-choice decision that a woman should have the right to make. Today I described to you reasons and occurrences that led me to being pro-choice and a proponent of abortion. People who are pro-life and do not believe in abortion argue that aborting is considered murdering a human. However, fetuses are not considered viable until it is physically able to breathe and live without the mom. Being pro-choice does not necessarily mean that I would have an abortion or encourage you to have an abortion. It simply means that I agree with the fact that a woman should have the right to choose what they want to do with their body. According to the Washington Post, President Obama quoted, "As long as we've got to fight to make sure women have access to qualified, affordable health care, and as long as we've got to fight to protect a woman's right to make her own choice about her own health, I want you to know that you've got a president who's going to be right there fighting with you every step of the way." I hope you gained insight on females' perspective and consider that regardless if you believe in abortion or not, the decision should be available and left in the woman's hands. Overall, women should have the freedom to decide what's best for them, not the government, in terms of abortion.